Hey guys, welcome back to the Basil and Dill YouTube channel. Today I'm showing you the absolute best meatball recipe. So let's get started. I'm starting off with 2 pounds of ground pork. Into it I'm going to add 2 eggs. Perfect. And then another one. And these just help to, oh, I got a shell on my finger. Whoops. These just help to bind together my meat with the other ingredients I'm going to add. And they help the meat form into a ball rather than falling apart. So next I have half a cup breadcrumbs. Add this. And then I have 1 teaspoon Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, and then 1 teaspoon salt. I'm going to add this in. Perfect. I'm going to take my spoon and mix it all up. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and switch from my spoon to my hands. So, get some clean hands and then just go for it and start mixing it around. I find a lot of time using your hands to mix meat is way easier than trying to use a spoon just because the spoon is just too difficult. You can't get all of the crevices and stuff. And I want to really incorporate all of that egg into my meat. Now that my meat is ready, I'm going to pull it to the side and get this cutting board. On this cutting board, I have a few cubes of mozzarella, and those I'm going to be putting in the inside of my meatballs. So let's get a little handful, and then I'm going to form it into a ball, and then kind of use my finger to put a little spot in, get a cube, put into that little spot, and then fold it over. Just like that. And I'm going to roll it around in my hand a little bit more. Perfect. There's our first meatball. We're just going to keep doing that with the rest of my meat. Adding a cube of mozzarella into my meatball is the perfect way to add some moisture on the inside because a lot of times you can eat meatballs that are kind of dry in the middle. So we don't want that. So the mozzarella cube takes care of that. So about halfway through my meatball rolling, if you have an electric stove, go ahead and turn it on. I'll do that very carefully, just so it can start heating up. When I stick my cube of mozzarella in, I want to be as careful as possible to put it right in the center of my meat, because if I have it right on the edge on one side and then there's a bunch of meat on the other side of it, it's going to cook a little bit unevenly, which you don't want. And also if it's too close to the edge, our meatball can rupture a little bit and then mozzarella will start oozing out. And we'll lose a lot of it. And we don't want that. Wow, look at me go. I cut up the perfect amount of cheese. It's always like a guessing game when it comes to that. I usually start with about 20 cubes and then we cut some more depending on that. And if you have some extras, you can just put it on top of your pasta or whatever you're gonna do with your meatballs. All right, my hands are washed, my meatballs are formed, and I'm gonna put these in the fridge for at least 30 minutes to marinate and have all the flavors come together. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. So my 30 minutes are up, let's get cooking. I'm gonna grab a little bit of oil and pour it into my pot. Woo, my pot is hot. That's perfect, that's exactly what we want. Think you can juggle meatballs? Let's try. I'm actually terrible at juggling. I'm gonna start with 2. Is that juggling at that point? Stick to your hand. Let's keep that from happening. Wait, where'd it go? Okay. Wait. I got this. Let's go for 4. No. Just throw them all up at the same. I don't think that's how it works. Someone teach me how to juggle. Okay. Oh no! I busted my meatball. Whoops. Okay. Bring it back together. So my pan is hot. I can feel that my oil is very hot. I'm gonna put it in. Ooh, that's a good sizzle. Perfect. I'm going to start by putting my meatballs around the edge and then work around to the center. It's a little scary. turn your heat down if it's a little bit too hot. You don't want them to burn immediately. All right, so all my meatballs are in my bowl, and I'm gonna start to wiggle them around a little bit, make sure that they're not sticking. If you do notice that they're sticking a little bit, add a little bit more oil because you do not want them to just fall apart in your pot. And feel free to adjust your heat depending on how your meatballs are cooking. If they're cooking a little bit too quickly and they're burning, turn your heat down. If you see that nothing's happening, then turn your heat up a little bit. The goal here is just to develop some color on your meatballs. When you develop color on meat especially, that means that you're getting flavor, which is exactly what we want. So, I see they've gotten some color on my first side, so I'm gonna flip it to the next side. Okay, that looks great. I'm gonna turn the heat up just a little bit. I'm gonna continue flipping just as I put them in. So these are looking good. I'm developing color on one of my sides, and I'm just gonna continue flipping in the same order that I put them into my pot. So you can see on this one, I have this really great golden color on this one side, and that's exactly what we want. That means that we have a lot of flavor that's being built on this side. I'm gonna continue flipping on each side until I can see that my meatballs are completely cooked and there's no pink or like a light white on any side. If you need it, you can add a little bit of oil around the edges, just so those also have the opportunity to crisp up. All right, my meatballs look gorgeous. They have golden brown on all sides of them, so I'm gonna pull a few out. Man, look how good that looks. Boom, that is exactly what a meatball should look like. That's gorgeous. Yay. I mean, that's pretty perfect if you ask me. I'm gonna turn my heat off. There we go. Before we go, I have a little story about this dude. I was forming my meatballs and I had 2 extras. Hey, no. I had 2 extras that didn't fit in my pot, so I just put them under my table, and I have like a little shelf on my table. I was talking to y'all and just doing my thing, working on my meatballs while they were cooking, and he decided to just help himself and eat the 2 meatballs that were sitting on my cutting board down there. So, no treat for him today. Here he got his treat, silly dude. He's going nuts. He wants some more. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.